The time has officially come. GoFest Global 2023 is just around the corner. So I want to get you guys all ready and up to speed on what you need to be doing during this event to take full advantage. This is easily the best event of the year, so do not miss it, and let's get into it. So first things first, if you don't know what's going down during Global GoFest, I recommend checking out my video up here breaking down all the details. I break down what you get if you don't buy a ticket, what you get if you do buy a ticket, because there is a ticketed aspect to this event. So watch that video first, because we're not covering the event details in this video, only the tips. One thing I missed in that video though is that Niantic tweeted out that unlimited remote raids will be able to be conducted during Global GoFest. Originally there was going to be a limit of 20 per day, but now it is unlimited raids. So go ahead and take advantage of this during Global GoFest. Unlimited remote raids on Mega Rayquaza, on the Primals, etc. So that's super hype. However, let's get right into the tips, starting with my quick tips. This is a new section I'm adding. Quick tip number one is going to be use all your items at the start of GoFest. Obviously, GoFest is going to be 2 days, 10 to 6 p.m. the 26th and 27th. And at the start of each of those days, I recommend you pop all your lucky eggs you want to use, all your star pieces, all your incenses you want to use, and mega evolve a Pokemon. Doing all of this at the start of the day will get it right out of the way so you can focus during the day on catching and raiding. It is the worst thing in the world when you've gone 5 hours into GoFest and been like, oh, I forgot to restart my incense. Yeah, so don't do that and pop all your items at the start of the day. Number two is gonna be how you play GoFest. GoFest can be one of the most overwhelming events in Pokemon Go because when it starts, there's just so much happening. You have research, you have raids, you have spawns, you're just like, what? What I recommend is on day one, focus on catching and focus on completing your research for Diancie and other research tasks. Avoid the raids. Reason being is because it's a lot easier to focus on research and catching all at once instead of doing it mixed and mangled with raids, and allows you to complete that research a lot faster. Then on day two, when Mega Rayquaza drops, because it's only going to be available day two, then you can focus on raiding, going hard on the Mega Rayquaza raids, and any of the other raid bosses you want. There's nothing wrong with doing a raid or two on day one, but I always recommend focusing on the catching and research on day one, and day two, it's all about the raiding. That's what I'll be doing personally. With my quick tips out of the way though, let's get right into the real tips, starting with the best spawns for each habitat, because we have 4 habitats going down on the first day, and then on the second day, they're just all going to be mixed and mangled. Let's get right into it though with the Quartz Terrarium habitat. Starting off with Clefairy, which evolves into Clefable. Clefable is going to be a good Ultra League Pokemon. We also see Lickitung in there. Lickitung very strong in the Great League itself with XL candies. Heracross is also in there. Heracross does have a Mega form in the future, so definitely go ahead and try to get yourself 100% IV if you can for when Mega Heracross drops. Miltank is in there, which is going to be good in the Great League and the Ultra League. Baniri is in there, which evolves into Lopunny. Mega Lopunny is in the game, so a great chance to get good IVs. Audino is in there. Audino does have a Mega form in the future, and also Audino gets you a huge 2100 Stardust every time you catch it. So if you see Audinos, definitely catch them for the Stardust. Also, Fungus is in there, which Fungus gets you 500 Stardust per catch, which is not as much, but still worth catching for Dust. And finally, Morlull is in there, which also gets you 500 Stardust. So if you see the Funguses, Audinos, or the Morlulls, catch them because they get you more Stardust. That moves us on into the Pyrite Sands habitat. What are going to be the best spawns in that one? Starting with Gible. Gible evolves into Garchomp. Garchomp, of course, does have a Mega form in the future, and Garchomp itself right now is a good ground and dragon type raid attacker, as well as a good Master League Pokemon. Timbur's also in the Pyrite Sands habitat, which I believe is the first time we've ever seen Timber in the wild. Conkeldurr, the evolution of Timber, is a very strong fighting type raid attacker. It's actually leaked this Pokemon might have a community day in September or November. Joltik's also in there. Joltik evolves into Galvantula, a good Great League and Ultra League Pokemon. And that is about it for the Pyrite Sands habitat. Not a lot of meta relevance in there. However, the Macalite Wilderness habitat will go strong with the following Pokemon. Bellsprout, which evolves into Victreebel. Victreebel is good in the Great League. Scyther, which evolves into Scizor. Scizor is a good bug type raid attacker, as well as does have a Mega form in the future. And you could also even say Scizor is pretty good in the Ultra League. Snorlax wearing a cowboy hat is in there, which is a good Master League Pokemon. So definitely grab yourself a good IV Snorlax if you can, especially this one. It's got the cowboy hat, you know. Spinnerack's in there, which evolves into Ariados, good in the Great League. Rosalia is in there, which evolves into Roserade, good in the Master League Premier Cup. Snover's in there, which evolves all the way up into Abomasnow. Abomasnow is good in the Great League and the Ultra League, as well as having a Mega form in the future right now. Cottony's in there, which is good in the Little Cup, so definitely go ahead and grab a Little Cup Cottony if you haven't. Ferroseed is in there, which evolves into Ferrothorn, good in some limited Great League metas. And finally, Oranguru is in there, which is good in some limited Great League metas like the Psychic Cup. Finally, that moves us into the last habitat, the Aquamarine Shores, and what are the best mons in there? Starting with Horsea. Horsea evolves all the way up into King Drug. good in the Ultra League. Lapras is also in there, which is decent in the Great League and the Ultra League, although Walrein is just kind of like a way better version. Meryl's in there, which evolves into Azumarill. Azumarill's been known as one of the best Great League Pokemon. Definitely get after it. Wobbuffet's in there. In the purified form is a very strong Great League Pokemon, so you can use these wild Wobbuffets to get XL candies and regular candies to power up your purified Wobbuffets, because you want a purified one because it knows return. Carvanha's in there, which evolves into Sharpedo. Sharpedo does have a Mega form in the future. Barboach is in there, which evolves into Whiscash. Whiscash good in the Great League. Bagon's in there, which evolves all the way up into Salamence. Salamence does have a Mega form as well as good as a Dragon type raid attacker, and you can actually get its legacy move by evolving it during this event. Beldom's also in there. Beldum evolves into Metagross. Metagross, the best steel type raid attacker in the game, as well as does have a Mega form and also good in the Master League. Also Timple's in there, which can potentially be a Ditto disguise. Finally, that leaves us with Marini in there, which Marini evolves into Toxapex, good in the Great League. Okay, that's a lot of spawns. Now let's talk about the raids during this event, because there's actually some decent raids. Now, the best raids during the event, in the 1 stars, you can probably avoid everything. In the 2 stars though, we have Carbink. Carbink is the best, or one of the best Great League Pokemon, so definitely go after these 2-star raids for Carbink if you can. I think Carbink may potentially be spawning off Incense as well, because it was doing that during the in-person Go Fest, but if it's not, Carbink in the 2-star raids is worth going after. Catch those Carbinks, Mega Evolve potentially even for the Carbinks, because these are some of the best XL candies you can get during this event. In the 3-star raids, you have the Snorlax wearing the cowboy hat, which is going to be good for the Master League, like we mentioned before. But in the Primal raids, we have Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon returning. Primal Kyogre, obviously the best water type raid attacker in the game right now, and also pretty good in the Mega Master League. And Primal Groudon, one of the best ground type raid attackers in the game right now, and also good in the Mega Master League. Both these Pokemon, you're gonna need their legacy moves on, but I don't believe we're gonna be getting legacy moves during this Go Fest. Overall though, the Primal raids can definitely be some of the best raids to go after. I'd go after those plus Carbink. Finally, on day 2, we're gonna have Mega Rayquaza raids going down. Again, the raids will be available to everybody, so you don't need a ticket. You can raid Mega Rayquaza, the Primals, all that stuff. Mega Rayquaza is gonna be worth everybody raiding, because it is the #1 flying and #1 dragon type raid attacker in the game right now, and honestly #1 damage per second. This Mega can be used as a counter for almost any raid boss, because it's just that strong. So definitely go ahead and grab those. Now, if you don't have anyone to raid with, I recommend downloading an app like PokeGenie, potentially using the new Campfire feature, or PokeBattler, or any of these raiding apps to host raids. I'm gonna link below a video up here how to host raids. So if you have no one near you, you can go ahead and join a Mega Rayquaza raid, for example, add a bunch of friends and invite them and help you take it down. So you could be in the middle of nowhere raiding Mega Rayquaza or whatever. Definitely watch this video on how to use these host raiding apps. I don't want to hear any excuses about I can't raid, I have no one near me. These apps will help you out and you can raid from anywhere. Now, we do have some exclusive legacy moves coming during this event in which you can evolve Pokemon to get these exclusive moves. So I quickly want to go through what are going to be the best moves to get during this event. Starting with Vibrava all the way into Flygon, we'll get the Charge Attack Earth Power. Flygon does have some niche play in the Great League and the Ultra League, although it's not that common, but you're gonna want Earth Power on it. So if you do have some extra Vibravas, why not evolve it? Also, Shelgong into Salamence can get the legacy move Outrage. This is the #1 move you need on Salamence, so definitely go ahead and make those evolutions during this event, especially with the wild ones you catch. Metagross will also get Meteor Mash by evolving it during this event. So evolve your Metangs into Metagrosses during this event, get Meteor Mash. It's a move you need it on Metagross. Rosalie into Roserade will also get Fast Attack Bullet Seed and Charge Attack Weather Ball, which if you are using Roserade in PvP is essential, so definitely take advantage of that. You don't want to sleep on getting these legacy moves. They don't come around very often, and you're gonna have to use Elite TMs if you don't get them now, so just evolve them. With that out of the way though, let's get right into the classic Pokédex candy tips to get after during this event. And we got a little bit extra in this section. Starting with Pineapple Berries, obviously if you haven't watched my GoFest prep guide, I told you guys prep the Pineapple Berries because all the rare spawns during the wild, you're gonna want a Pineapple. Using regular Pineapple Berries will multiply your catch candy by 2 and Silvers by 2.34. However, what you can also do is Mega Evolve a Pokemon. If you don't know when you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, you'll get extra candy, XP, and XL candy for catching Pokemon of that type. It's gonna be worth Mega Evolving for every single habitat, probably changing your Mega every single hour to maximize on candies. Let's go through the best Mega for each habitat. Starting with the Quartz Terrarium habitat. The relevant spawns for XL candies, I'm gonna say, are gonna be Clefairy, which is a fairy type, Lickitung, which is a normal type, Heracross, which is a bug and fighting type, and Miltank, which is a normal type. The best Mega I would say would be to Mega Mega Evolve a Mega Lopunny, which will get you extra XL candies for Lickitung, Heracross, and Miltank, which are 3 Meta Relevant Pokemon with XL candies. So definitely go ahead and go with that, I would say, because XL candies for the rest of the Pokemon in that habitat are kind of useless. That moves us on into the Pyrite Sands habitat. What are going to be the best Megas to evolve there? Well, the Meta Relevant Pokemon would be as follows: Gible, which is a Ground and Dragon type, Timber, which is a Fighting type, and Joltik, which is an Electric type. You could Mega Evolve a Mega Ampharos, which will get you extra XL candies for Joltik and Gible, or if you want to go the Fighting type route, you could stick with your Mega Lopunny you had. Overall, this is kind of a weird habitat, but it really depends on what XL candies you want. In the Macaulay Wilderness habitat, what are going to be the best Pokemon to get after? Well, that's going to include Scyther, which is a Bug and Flying, Snorlax, which is a Normal type, Snover, which is a Grass and Ice type, and Ferroseed, which is a Grass and Steel type. You could either Mega Evolve a Mega Pidgeot, which will get you extra XL candies for Scyther and the Snorlax. Definitely not bad to Mega Evolve that. But if you want to go after the XL candies for the Grass type Pokemon, feel free to Mega Evolve a Mega Venusaur, a Mega Abomasnow, a Mega Sceptile. Any Mega like that will get you XL candies for the other 2 Meta Relevant Pokemon and a lot of the Pokemon, because most of the Pokemon spawning in this habitat are Grass types. Finally, Aquamarine Shores habitat has a lot of Pokemon you can Mega Evolve. Number 1, the Meta Relevants are going to be Lapras, which is a Water and Ice type, Carvanha, which is a Water type, Bagon, which is a Dragon type, Beldum, which is a Steel type, and Mareanie, which is a Water type. Obviously, you have the options to Mega Evolve a Water type, like a Mega Blastoise, or even, a Mega Gyarados to get XL candies for the Lapras, Barboach, and Mareanie. Or you can go with the Dragon type for Bagon, or a Steel type for Beldum. This is kind of a weird habitat. You're gonna have to decide what Mega you wanna go for that one. Finally, you can also Mega Evolve for the raid bosses. With Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre in raids, Mega Swampert will be the best Mega to Mega Evolve because it'll get you XL candies for both those Pokemon. If you want XL candies for Carbink, that being a Rock and Fairy type Pokemon, Mega Evolve a Rock or Fairy type if that's what you're gonna go after. Now, another thing you can do to get extra candies is gonna be to trade. It is the season of Hidden Gems, which means every time you trade away a Pokemon, you'll get extra XL candies and extra free candies. So I recommend saving any of the Meta Relevant Pokemon that we went through with XL candies that you caught during this event and trade them away. Do not transfer them. Trading gets you more XL candies than transferring. Also, it can be Meta Relevant to go ahead and trade Bagons and Beldums to try to re-roll them for good IVs after the first night of GoFest. This will then allow you to evolve them the second day to get the legacy moves that we talked about. So save all your Beldums and Bagons, mirror trade them on the first night of GoFest after day 1 is complete, and then on day 2, hopefully you have some good IV ones from the trades you can evolve to get legacy moves. Also, you get 6 special trades each day during GoFest, so if you do get, some shiny Pokemon that you have duplicates of, or you have some old Community Day shinies, I definitely recommend meeting up with a friend. Even if you can't do lucky trades, just mirror trade shiny Pokemon, because there is still a small chance that one of those goes lucky and you could end up with a Shundo Pokemon. Use those 6 special trades during each day on the weekend. That's 12 total special trades. High chance one of those goes lucky, and who knows, maybe you'll get a Shundo. Finally, you can go ahead and transfer Pokemon. Do not transfer Pokemon right away after GoFest. Save them until August 29th, 6 to 7 p.m. your local time is Tentacle Spotlight Hour with 2 times transfer candy. Transfer your Pokemon then, you'll get more candy than normal. Now, we do have some exclusive 7-kilometer eggs going down during GoFest, only for ticket holders though. Now, I don't know what the 7-kilometer eggs are, but I do just want to mention, I'm gonna try to pin in the comment section below when we do find out what the 7-kilometer eggs are, what they are. Overall though, if you're thinking about going after the 7-kilometer eggs, what I will say is if you do get them, do not transfer them away. These are gonna be distance Pokemon since the eggs come from afar, and you go ahead and trade them with a friend, consider them distance Pokemon, and get extra XL candies for trading. That moves us on into our medal tips though. You need 35 platinum medals, go from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go, so I quickly want to run through what are going to be the best medals to go after during GoFest. Obviously, every single type medal, we probably have every single type of Pokemon spawning during the GoFest, so if you haven't completed any of these, catch those types of Pokemon during GoFest, especially the Dragon Tamer medal, which is one of the hardest medals to go after. We also have the Scientist medal, Evolve 2000 Pokemon. Now during GoFest, Whismur, Wurmple, and Caterpie are all spawning, which only costs you 12 candies to evolve. So what you can do is save those Pokemon from GoFest catches and evolve them for very, very cheap to work on your Scientist medal. It'll even get you some extra XP. You're also getting snapshot encounters during GoFest on both days, so make sure you take those snapshot encounters. I believe it's gonna be Rotom Fridge. Work on your Cameraman medal, have 400 encounters in Go Snapshot. Also, obviously, all of those Pikachus are spawning during this event, so the Pikachu fan medal, catch 1,000 Pikachus. Easy to work on. We have like 4 different costume Pikachus. Pikachus are gonna be everywhere. Catch them to help you complete this medal. I hope you have this medal complete by the end of GoFest. Also, obviously, a bunch of different Pokemon spawning in raids, like the Carbink, which you've never seen in raids before, or for all the Pikachus. Raid those Pokemon at least once if you can to work on your Rising Star Medal, defeat 150 species of Pokemon in raids. You need to raid every single species once. So for example, do at least one Carbink raid, even if you don't care about it, for the Great League to get a point towards this medal. Finally, we do have the unknown spawning for ticket holders during this event. So definitely go ahead and catch all the unknowns if you can during this event to work on your unknown medal. Catch 28 unknowns, which is actually like catch the 28 different letters of unknown. During GoFest, we have the unknown A, D, I, M, N, and O. So if you haven't caught any of those unknowns at least once, catch them during this GoFest to work on this medal. Finally, the Picnicker medal. This is the biggest event of the year, so your local community should be popping with Pokemon Go players. So dropping lures where people are playing will help you work on this medal. Use a lure module to help any trainer catch 2,500 Pokemon. Drop a lure in a busy area if you can, and it'll help you work on this medal because everyone's gonna be catching Pokemon. Finally, that leads us to my general tips for GoFest. Things you should be doing for every event, but especially for GoFest. Using the quick catch technique, number one. The quick catch technique allows you to catch Pokemon faster, saving time on the catch animation. It's gonna allow you to catch 3 times more Pokemon during GoFest. So if you haven't mastered it, watch my video, which I will link below, on how to do the quick catch technique. Number 2, don't catch Pokemon before 10 a.m. GoFest starts at 10 a.m., but completing research tasks or catching Pokemon will take away spawns when GoFest starts, specifically 30 minutes before GoFest starts, since spawns last 30 minutes. So I recommend do not touch the game, do not open the game until GoFest starts, and then go hard. Finally, set a buddy which is at least the great buddy level, which will give you access to the buddy bounce back trick. The buddy bounce back trick allows you, if you end up missing a couple Pokeballs during the day, sometimes it'll help you out a little bit and get you that Pokemon catch. But definitely have a great buddy, at least a great buddy during GoFest. And my final tip, the most important one of all, is gonna be have fun. Even if you don't get a single shiny during GoFest, or even if you don't get that hundo you want, as long as you have fun, that is all that matters. So make sure you enjoy GoFest. This event only comes down once a year and it is one of the best events of the year. Stay tuned for my content as well coming out about Global GoFest, in which I will give my thoughts on how it does compare to the last year's. That's it. You guys can watch the video below if you want to see how to prep in real life for GoFest on things like water, snacks, all that stuff. I talk about that in this video there. That's a whole other aspect of GoFest, but definitely go watch that if you haven't. Good luck during GoFest though. We'll see you in the next one. Follow for more tips. Peace.